What's good, you guys? Your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Hope y'all having a good Memorial Day weekend. Hope y'all had a good time with your families and everything else and staying safe. But today, the Miami Heat have punched their ticket to the NBA Finals and had to do it the hard way, as usual they have, after blowing a 3-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. They came back after losing in a heartbreaking fashion in game six on their home floor. They come back in Boston and blow out the Celtics in game seven to advance to the finals once again since 2020. And I'll tell you what, man, for a Miami Heat team that started out very slow in the regular season, through the injuries that they have suffered through Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo, and playing through the play-in bracket, as the second eight seeded team in NBA history to reach the NBA Finals. This is a pretty much a monumental accomplishment. And despite the fact that they blew a 3-0 lead and should have swept the Boston Celtics, you got to give the Celtics a lot of credit for coming back and winning the last three ball games. But tonight, the way I saw the game, the Boston Celtics looked like a team that was just pretty much ran out of gas. And after Jason Tatum injured his ankle on the very first possession of the game, it was pretty much the storyteller of what was to be expected throughout the game. I mean, the Celtics shoot 0 of 13 from 3-point range to start the ball game. And then Caleb Martin was hitting massive 3-point shots. Jimmy Butler was doing his thing after responding back from that horrific performance in game six. And there you go. The Miami Heat were hitting their threes and they were playing much sounder basketball than the Boston Celtics were. And they got it done. They were able to go into Boston and that raucous, TD Garden in Boston and was able to prevail to win the series. Now they advance to the NBA Finals, where a fully healthy and rested Denver Nuggets team await them this upcoming Thursday. And I will say that the Miami Heat team, just to make it to the finals as an eighth seed, is a monumental accomplishment. But they got their work cut out for them against a very tough Denver Nuggets team that are healthy, rested, talented, and much more balanced than the Boston Celtics are. And I will say this too. I'm going to create a separate video about the Boston Celtics, but I will say you this, that the Boston Celtics are too talented to play inconsistently like this. And I think that there's going to be, going to need some changes that's going to have to be made, not in terms of the roster, but I think in terms of the coaching that's going to have to change if the Celtics are going to achieve their expectation of being a championship team, because they've been knocking on the doorstep of the last 7 years, even before Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown were on the team. They keep knocking on the door, but they just have not been able to answer the bell. And from a team that went to the NBA Finals and fell short of a championship, you know that a lot of Boston fans are going to be so angry about against their Celtics team, especially the way they had to come back. And it just goes to show you that coming back from an 0-3 deficit is so difficult. I mean, there's no room for error. Every possession is valuable. Every possession is magnified. And every shot you take is going to be second guessed a lot of the time. And so you go out there, you shoot over 13 from 3-point range to start the ball game. You shoot 30% from three. And J- Jason Tatum is out there playing his heart out with an injured ankle and not performing very well. Jalen Brown's turning the ball over. He turned the ball over 8 freaking times. Only Derek Wright was the guy providing you some at least some energy to try to keep the game close. And then all of a sudden, Gabe Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent were hitting threes, and then JB, Jimmy Buckets was out there hitting them clutch buckets to pretty much put the game away. This is what you get. So, congratulations to the Heat, and congratulations to Eric Spoelstra. Even after they lost Game Six, he did not waver any level of confidence. And I think that shows the maturity level of this team. Even though they blew that 3-0 lead, they never wavered any confidence. And many people felt that the Heat was going to go into Boston and get blown out. And the attitude that they showed was that, listen, we got one more game to play. This was a hell of a series. And indeed it was. and they went into Boston in front of that Rockets crowd and shut the entire building up with the performance they put on tonight. So, just a great performance by the Miami Heat, and they're going to the NBA Finals. And as I said before, they're going to have a very, very difficult task of facing against that very talented Denver Nuggets team that has been playing lights out basketball after just sweeping the LA Lakers. So, with that being said, congrats to the Heat and their fans. You guys did it. We'll see what happens this upcoming Thursday. And I'm going to do a video on my predictions and what to expect between those two teams. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And with that, I'm out. Peace.